Good afternoon, everybody. Happy or almost afternoon. I was thinking it was 11 in my head. It's 12. This time change kind of has me thrown off. Happy Tuesday. Anyways, to make that short, we do have some upper body today, so I'm going to take you through a round of stretches and then we will get started. Yeah, are we ready? Hopefully we have a little bit of caffeine in our system. If not, hopefully we are awake. I was so excited. I woke up before my alarm clock this morning and I was like, oh, it's nice to not like hear that buzzing sound. And I looked at the time and it was 2 a.m. That's been my day so far, 2 a.m. Okay, so anyways, long story short, time change throwing me off. So today we are going to start out with some arm circles. So taking the arms out by the sides and we are going to bring them forward nice and slow. So just rotating, pulling the shoulders away from those ears. You don't have to bring your hand to your face. My nose just had a little itch. So rotating forward, keeping those arms up nice and high. Then we're going to rotate again in 3, 2, and 1. Rotating it backwards, keeping those arms in line with those shoulders. And we pull those shoulders away from the ears. Just because we're moving our arms up doesn't mean the shoulders need to come up. It says press the shoulders down and circle those arms out. We're going to be dropping down in 3, 2, 1. So dropping those arms down by those sides. We're going to take the fingers together behind the back. So interlacing those fingers together. And we are just going to hinge that upper body forward, just letting that upper body hang, pulling those arms back. Or more so forward, more towards that head. So just kind of sway from side to side. It just feels good, right? Stretching can feel nice sometimes. All right, we're going to bring it up in 3, 2, and 1. So hinging back up, taking those hands out from one another. And, okay, sorry, I was trying to see. Okay, we're good. Okay. Say okay again, right? All right, so taking that right hand, we're going to bring it across that chest, looping it through that left side and pulling it in nice and tight. Keeping those legs kind of moving around, tapping out those feet, just so we can get that body warmed up. We're going to switch those sides in 3, 2, and 1, dropping that right side and taking that left over. Still tapping out those feet. Just take it side to side. Pulling in 1 centimeter further towards that chest. We're going to drop down in 3, 2, and 1. So taking that right arm up, left hand comes to that elbow, and we are just going to press it down towards the ground. So getting that little tricep stretch in, pulling that elbow, kind of tapping yourself on the back with that right hand. Dropping that right side in 3, 2, 1, dropping that right side, don't drop to the right side. Taking that left arm up, we pull down from that left elbow. Tapping the back with that left hand now. So why not? It's back there anyways. Pulling it 1 more centimeter down. Just getting that extra good stretch. All right, we're going to release it in 3, 2, and 1. So releasing that left hand down, we're just going to go into a little set of jumping jacks, just kind of getting that whole body woken up. We are going to go in 3, going out. If you need to modify, you can always just step it out. There's always ways to modify. So we go in 3, jumping jacks in 2 and 1. So we're just going to go for about 15 seconds. Nothing too crazy. Keeping that core nice and engaged. Chin is lifted off the chest. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place, almost felt like a cheerleader right there. Placing those hands down by those sides. All right, so we are going to need something for those knees today, unless you're not wanting anything for your knees. We will be on the ground for some of the things, so totally up to you. I recommend using something underneath. So same thing, like always, we have 3 intervals, 3 things, 3 rounds of everything. And then that's it. It makes a whole hour sound like 5 minutes, right? By saying that's it. Okay. So I'm going to go over what we're going to do first. So like I said, grab something for your knees, also a towel and water, just if you'd like. Just my recommendations. Okay. So for our first round, what we're going to be getting into are shoulder taps. So I try to position my mat so that way I wouldn't even have to move it or anything this time. So for those shoulder taps, you can be on the knees, hinging the hips forward, separating those knees, and you're just going to tap it out. Or that challenge, coming up to the toes, tapping out the shoulders. So we have those shoulder taps. Then we're going to go into those W presses. So we're just going to lift that upper body, arms up, legs up, and we're just going to pinch at those shoulder blades, pulling those elbows in and right back out. So making that W shape. But really pinch and squeeze as you bring those elbows in. Then we're going to go into some Cobra Push-Ups. So keeping those elbows in nice and tight to the body, chest is open, chin is up. We are just going to lower the upper body down and pressing it back up. As you press it back up, don't sink into those shoulders. It's very easy to do that, but then we put more tension on those shoulders and then it's more on the wrists and just trickles down. So lift up and out, we stay active and engaged. We're just going to take it down, press it up, okay? Elbows in nice and tight to the body. So 3 rounds of that, and then we move on. So everybody grab your towel, grab your water, grab something to kneel on, and we're going to get started in about 15 seconds. Are we ready? Almost on your marks. Get set. Go. All right. Shoulder taps. So taking it down. So remember, you can modify taking those knees apart or tucking the toes, coming up to that plank. But either way, you want to separate the knees or those feet. I'm going to come down to my knees today, but that core is nice and tight, whether you're up on the toes or down on the knees. I want that belly button plugged in to that spine, keeping that neck in line with the spine. So meaning we don't need to be looking down. We just need to keep it in line and don't look up. Just kind of keep it neutral, okay? So we're going to go for 15. Blanked for a moment. So we're going to go for 15. We go in 3, keeping those hips as still as you can, 2 and 1. So 15, 10, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking those hips back, and we walk those hands back, inhaling those arms up, exhaling them down, inhaling them up, exhaling them down, and we shake them out. So shaking out those arms, we're going to go into those W presses next. So pulling the elbows in, making that W shape, pinch and squeeze as you bring those elbows in, and we keep those feet lifted. Oh, cool. All right, so taking that upper body down to the ground, we're going to start with those arms extended, legs extended out, lifting up. We're going to go for 15 of these in 3, 2, and once we lift up. So 15, 14, 12, 10, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking those palms back, sitting those hips back, walking it up. And we start again in about 15 seconds. We go into those Cobra Push-Ups. Do a circle on you guys. All right. It's like my straps don't cross in the back, so they keep slipping down a little bit, but the back of my shirt crosses, so it's all jumbled up. Okay. So Cobra push-up. So we take it down to the stomachs once again. Taking those thighs to your mat or to the ground. We're going to lower that upper body, placing the hands right by the ribs. And what we're going to do is we are going to press up, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, lowering down. So we're going to go for 15 of these, keeping those elbows tight into the body. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 11 for 10, 7, 6 for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lowering it down, pressing those hips back, and we rise it up. So towel water, we start again in about 15 seconds. Same thing, we go through our full 3 rounds for that second time. Make sure we keep moving around just a little bit. So we start again, we're gonna go into those shoulder taps. Tapping the right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. We get ready. We get set. But really, let's get set. So taking it down to the ground again. So remember your options, tucking the toes, keeping those feet spread apart, or coming to the knees, hinging the hips forward, keeping those knees apart. But we're gonna go for 20 this time. In 3, 2, and 1. So 20, 15, 12, 10, 7, 6 for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Tucking those toes, hop or step it up, and we shake it out. And we move around. Because we go into those W presses next, laying back down. There will be a part where we're standing at some point. But who doesn't like to kind of, I don't know. I was gonna say, who doesn't like to lay down when they're working out? But it depends what you're doing. Okay, we lay back down on those stomachs right now. Just getting in position. Lay the upper body down, stretch the arms out forward. We're gonna lift up the feet, lifting up those hands, pulling the elbows into that body in 3, 2, and 1. So we lift up, so 15, 12, 10, 8, 6 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms out. Take that right hand in, left hand in, sit it back, and step it up. So we move around just a little bit for a little bit longer, and then we go into those Cobra push-ups. So just remember, keep moving around. Ready? Cobra push-ups. Taking it down. We lay the upper body down again. Hands come to like the tops of the ribs where those are. We're going to keep the elbows tight, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to come up and down for 15 in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that upper body out and stretch those arms out. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Take those hands right back by those ribs. We press it up, sit it back, stand it up, and shake it out one last time. We have one more round, shoulder taps, the W presses, and the Cobra Push-Ups. Then we move on to our second interval. We're getting through this pretty quickly. Am I not talking a lot? I feel like at this point, we're usually like, in my head, we're like 25 minutes in because I like to talk. That's what happens when I zip it a little bit. So keep moving those upper bodies, move the lower body, just a beat. And remember, if you always want that extra cardio, if you have a jump rope at home, even a hula hoop. I was at Target the other day and I saw a hula hoop and I got pretty excited. I pulled it out. Better believe I pulled it out inside the store and I started doing it. No, but if you want that extra cardio, you can always add jumping jacks if you don't have any jump ropes or anything, mountain climbers, burpees. Okay, we take it right back down to those shoulder taps. We're gonna go for 20 in 3, 2, and 1. So 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the toes, hop or step, or if you were already on your toes, just hop or step. But we have those W presses next. Elbows in, take them out, make that W shape. Like you're raising the roof. That's all for me. That is all. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. All right, so we take it back down to the ground, laying down because it feels so good. All right, we extend those arms out nice and long. We're gonna go into those W presses. Remember, we pinch and squeeze as we bring those elbows into the body, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So lift up, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6 for 5. Exhale, bring it to that right palm, left palm, sit those hips back, and we rise up again. And we have those Cobra Push-Ups. Then we move on. We're gonna get that heart rate up. In the first thing, what we're doing. You may ask, what could it be? What is it? You'll find out in the minute and a half break again. So I'll be talking probably till the 2-minute mark. And this time I'm going to try and stay on track. You would think I wouldn't have that much to talk about by myself here. It is. Okay. Cobra push-ups, we take it back down. So we are going to start with that stomach laying down, hands come by those ribs, plug those elbows in, shoulders are pulled down. The entire time we are going to press up in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lay it down, take that right arm out, extend it out nice and long, same with the left, we stretch. Deep inhale, exhale, we let it all out. Taking those palms right back to where they were, we shift that weight back and rise it up. You have about 1:15 of a break. I'm gonna go over what we're doing next. We have 3 rounds of what we're gonna do next. So grab what you need right now. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, that's all I ask. All right, so we have plank jacks. Plank jacks. So we're going to come up into a high plank, keeping that tailbone. We want to keep it kind of in line. So don't let those hips drop down. Don't pike them up. Just keep them in line. We're just going to take the feet out, in, modification, out, in, out, in. Okay? So plank jacks. Then we're going to go into a bird dog. Interesting name, I know. So we're going to be in a tabletop position, extending out opposite limb so that right arm will be lifted, that left leg will be lifted, and we're going to bring the knee into the elbow. As you bring it in, I want you to kind of round that spine so you get that extra crunch. So we make that C shape with that spine and right back out. Pointing the toe, lifting it so that way you can kind of squeeze that booty a little bit. And then we'll take it over to that left side. Same thing, rounding that spine. Then we are going to go into staggered push-ups. Not too many of them, but enough of them. So staggered, the hand in front will face forward. Hand to the side is going to be staggered. We're going to take it down and up, and then we'll switch it over. Same thing, down and up. Modification on those knees, challenge is up on those toes. And that was 3 things. So those are the 3 things that we're going to be doing next. So enjoy your last, I would say about maybe 40 seconds. You're kind of just tapping it out with me. What you can do is take that head, roll it down, taking it up, nice and slow, chin to the chest, back up. We'll go one more time this way, and then switch it the opposite. 2 more times. Last time. All right. Because it just feels good. It's a good stretch. All right. So we have those plank jacks first. Remember, your modification, taking the feet, you can go out, in, out, in. If you're in those plank jacks with me, we just take it out, in. Same thing though, we want to keep the hips aligned. Don't let them droop down, and do not pike them up. We want to work where we're supposed to be working, right? So everybody, stacking the shoulders over the wrist, we lift up and out of the shoulders. So that way we don't put all that weight into the shoulders and those wrists. But we go in about, 10 seconds. So spreading those fingers, we're going to take it up, going in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 12, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting those hips up. We walk those hands back to those feet, and we rise it up nice and slow. Plank jacks, first round, done. Now we have those bird dogs next. We're going to start with that right arm, left knee. And remember, as we take it out, that left toe is it's going to be pointed. And then, so left toe is going to be pointed, right arm out. As you bring it in, we're going to round that spine to crunch it in. Because the more we round that spine, you're going to feel more of that crunch in those abs. So we take it down to the ground. All right. So aligning the joints right now, we're going to extend that right leg or left leg, right arm. We're going to go for 10, and we'll switch it over and go for another 10 on the opposite side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, left arm extended, right leg lifted, point the toe. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out, drop that right knee, drop the left hand, walk those palms back, and let's rise it up. Shaking out those bodies for a second. We'll go again in about 15 seconds, and then we'll get right back into it. So next we have those staggered push-ups. So we're going to start with that right arm in front, left hand staggered. We're going to go for 10, switch it over. We're going to go for another 10, and then we start it over again. Plank jacks after those push-ups. All right. Tap it out for just a little bit longer. All right, so we take it down. So remember, you can challenge this and you can take it up to those feet, or you can be on those knees, but we're gonna stagger the hands. So right hand is gonna be forward, left hand is gonna be staggered. We're gonna go for 10 and then switch it over. If you're on those knees though, hinge the hips. Try not to sit the hips back. If you do need to modify though, you can sit them back slightly. I don't mean I'm not talking about all the way. I'm just talking about like a slight rise. Because if you sit them all the way back, then that might hurt. That's not good. But a slight pop back is not going to do much. All right, but we go in 3 for 10, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking it to the opposite side. So that left hand's going to extend. Right hand is going to be staggered. This time we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those hands to center. Sit those hips back. Stretch it out for a second. Pull those fingertips 1 inch or further out. And we walk those palms back, tucking the toes and rising it up. Move around for about 15. Then we start over with plank jacks, round 2. Round 2. Then we got 1 more round. Then it's our last thing of 3 rounds. Like when you put it like that, it doesn't sound like we're close to being done at all. But we are. We're halfway. Halfway in time and halfway in this. See, this is like perfect timing right now. Like a callus on the bottom part of my hands. I feel like that shows how many times I'm in this position. So we go back into those plank jacks, taking it out. We're coming to the toes. Remember your modification, you take the feet out, out, and in. If you want that full plank jack, we hop it out, hop it in, keeping the hips up, in line. Spreading those fingers, we stack the shoulders, lift up and out. Taking it up, we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that right foot forward, left foot forward, and rise it up. Check it out. We have those bird dogs next. We're going to start with that right arm out, left knee, pulling it in, extending it out, pointing the toe, stretching the fingers, and making that C shape with that spine. Or a rainbow. Whatever you prefer. All right, so taking it down, we are going to start with the right arm, left leg, tabletop your back. We extend those limbs out and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those parts down, extending that left arm, right leg, point the toe, we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, dropping it down. So everybody meet me in that tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over those wrists. I want you to spread those fingers wide, knees underneath those hips. We're going to take it into a cat-cow, so dropping the chest, bringing it head to tail. So pulling that head back, lifting up those hips, rounding the spine into cat, so pressing through the hands. We round that spine. Take it one more time, drop the chest, take it head to tail. And we press through, rounding the spine into cat one last time. Tabletop your back, walk those palms back, tuck the toes, and rise it up. We have staggered push-ups. And then we only have one more round of staggered push-ups after this round. That help? Okay. Excuse me, I have to like clear my throat. I talked this morning, I was yelling. Now it's just like that raspy thing going on, and I didn't get enough sleep. Waking up at 2 a.m. does a lot to you. And it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I have to get up at 3:30. So if I fall asleep now, I still get this much time, and then 15 minutes passes. If I fall asleep now, then I still get this much. And this is why we have to rush through the workout, is because I talk too much. So everybody, take the right hand up, forward. We're going to stagger that left hand. Hinge those hips, or you can take it up to the toes. But either way, belly button is plugged in, shoulders away from the ears. We take it down for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing it up. Walk those hands to center. Walk that right hand out. Left hand forward. We keep it staggered and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those hands to center. Sit those hips back. Let's just stretch it out for a second. Pulling those fingertips forward. Sitting those hips back. It's like a narrow child's pose because the knees are together. Walking those palms back. We tuck the toes. Sit the hips back and rise it up. And we're on that third round, just like that. Third round. So we have those plank jacks, those bird dogs, staggered push-ups. We move on. Then 3 rounds. And then it's 1 o'clock. It'll fly by. Plank jacks. So everybody take it down. We stack the shoulders over those wrists. If you need that modification, step it out. or keep it that plank jack. We go for 15, tuck the toes, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shift those hips up. Just breathing right here, pulling that head in between the biceps, trying to reach the heels down. Pulling the chest into the knees. We take the right hand, walk it back, left hand, and however many times you need, and then rise it up. It's like I'm saying this, but some people's arms might be longer. Some people's might be shorter. You never know. Hey. We move around, we're gonna meet you in that tabletop position next. For those bird dogs, we're gonna start with the right arm out, left leg extended, pointing the toe, making that rainbow shape. Kind of move around a little bit longer for about 10 more seconds, and we'll take it down to that tabletop. All right, take it down. So remember, we extend that right arm first, left leg pointing the toe. We curl it in and we go in 3, 2, and 1, extending out. So 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, extending out that left arm, right leg. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. So we're going to drop that chest again, take it head to tail. Spreading those fingers wide. And we round that spine, pressing through. Taking it head to tail, dropping the chest down. Head back, hips up. Lifting out of the shoulders, so don't let yourself sink in. Stay strong in these. And we round that spine, taking it in the cat. Tabletop your back. We tuck the toes, walk those palms back, press it up. We have those staggered push-ups next, and then we move on. You get your break, and we move on. How about that? How about it? I'm gonna take those arms and just kind of crisscross them. Feels kind of good. So you can hinge at the elbows. Keep those arms straight. All right, we're gonna go back into the staggered push-ups, taking it right back down. Right hand's forward, left hand is off to the side. And we take it down and up in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 3, 2, 1. Press it up. Walk those hands to center. Take that right hand out, left hand forward. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up. Walk those palms back. Tuck the toes. Press it up. And shake it out. Move around. You have about 1:15. I'm going to go over what we're doing next. And then we will get started. So, same thing. 3 rounds. I said I wasn't going to move my mat. I got to move back a little bit. All right, so 3 rounds. We're going to go into a standing knee to elbow. Elbow to knee. So we're going to take the fingertips to the temples. We're going to bring that knee to that elbow and crunching at that oblique. So you can feel it immediately as you take that knee up. Oblique. Okay? So main focus, we're going to work on that right oblique Then we'll switch it over to the opposite side, working on that left oblique. So fingertips to temples. We are then gonna go into some hip dips. So we'll take it down to the forearms, and we're gonna start in that low plank. We're gonna dip it to the right, to the left. If you need to modify, take it down to the knees. Okay. Then we have like a little, I know we've done them before. It's the easiest way to just call them a plank to pike, even though it's not a plank to pike. It's basically like a plank to pike. So we're gonna be on the forearm still, tucking those toes. We're gonna lift the hips up, looking at the toes, keeping those heels lifted. We lower back down to that plank. So it is like a plank to pike. So we pike the hips up, lowering it down, making sure the shoulders stay stacked over the elbow though. So 3 rounds. 3 rounds. We have those standing knee to elbows. We crunch at those obliques. We have those hip dips. Remember, modify on those knees. And we have those plank to pikes, piking the hips up. And even as the hips come up, that doesn't mean shoulders go behind the elbows just because that movement's coming. We stack the entire time. So as you rise up and lower down, you should still have that 90-degree bend, and you should be stacked. Stacked. So I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds. We are going to start with that standing knee to elbow. We're going to go 10 on the right, 10 to the left, and then we'll shake it out. Told you there was going to be one where we're finally standing. Just came at the end. Then we're right back down. We go up and we go right back down. All right. So inhaling the arms up, tapping those feet, exhale it down. Inhale it up and down. Exhaling is drop it down one more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Okay. Fingertips to temples. So remember, we're going to go 10 to the right and 10 to the left. But our main focus is that oblique. So if you're not feeling it in that oblique, that knee might be too far forward. It might be too far back. So try and get it at that angle. If you want to take a practice one right now, do it to where you can feel that crunch in that oblique. Because like I said, if it's too far forward, you won't feel that oblique. If it's too far back, it might hurt the hips a little bit because that's not a comfortable position. And we won't feel in the oblique either. All right. So we just make that crunch. Fingertips to temples. We take it over to that right side for 10 in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down, left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Shake out those arms. I know in that position, like it's not like we're using them, but I feel like they get a little worn out when they're up here, just because we've been on our shoulders. So I'm like, we need to be shaking, shaking around. So we have those hip dips next. So back down to the forearms with the shoulders. At least our shoulders will be like ripped. Very strong. But we have those hip dips next. Remember, if you need to modify, you can always just come to the knees. But we're going to be down to the forearms. So we drop it down, right elbow, left elbow. We stack the shoulders over the elbows. You can place the palms down, fingers interlace together, your choice. Whatever feels most comfortable. I just want the shoulder stacked, and we lift up and out. So we take it right to the left. We're going to go for 10, and the right and left counts as 1. So it'd be like 1, 2. So we go for 10, tucking those toes or on those knees in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, walk those palms back, tuck the toes and press it up. Not too terrible, right? We feel it. It's when you feel it. We have those planked pikes next. Then we have 2 more rounds. And that's it. Then it's lunchtime. Whatever you're having. You go for, there's a substation right across the street. I've never eaten at it, but it always looks so good. I might walk right over there. We take it to the planked pike. So everybody coming right back down. We stack the shoulders once again, but then we get to come up for the next thing. We're finally up again. So we stack over. We're going to take the hips up and down, and we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down to the knees, walk those palms back, tuck the toes, press it up, and shake it out. We have those standing knee to elbows next. 10, then 10. Hip dips for 10. Planked pikes for 15. 2 more times. 2 more times. Time's catching back up. All right. So remember, standing knee to elbow. We get that knee in that perfect sweet spot where we feel it in that oblique. So remember, like I said, if you want to take practice one really quick, we take it for 10 and we take it for 10. So inhale up, exhale, we take it fingertips to temples. We're going to go 10 to the right in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Left side in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. Shake them out. Kind of get that blood flowing. Okay. We have those hip dips, planked pikes. Are we ready? We're almost there. Got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So everybody take it down. We have those hip dips. Remember, modify on those knees. We tuck the toes. And we go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 8, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, walk the palms back. Stand it up, shake it out, 15 seconds. We take it back down, plank to pikes, and 1 more round of it. And then we are done. Done though, just like that. Okay. We take it back down. Keep popping my knee. I feel like every time I come down, I like hear like that little snap. I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. So taking it down to those elbows, down to the forearms, we press through. So almost think about like your forearm. If you could press through the ground, picture that. All right. So we're going to take it up to those plank to pikes, tucking the toes. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 15. 12, 9, 8, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, walk the hands back, tuck the toes, rise it up. We have 1 more round. Knees to elbows, right side, left side 10 times. Hip dips 10 times, plank to pikes 15 times. 10 more seconds, because we're gonna finish on time. All right. Inhale one more time, up together. Exhale, drop the palms. Don't drop the palms. Fingertips, drop the fingertips to the temples. So remember, we find that sweet spot with that knee to get in that oblique area, okay? So we go for 10 in 3, right side, 2 and 1. So 10, 9, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left side in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I almost lost my balance on that one. Just almost saw me tip over completely. All right, we have those hip dips, plank to pikes. I want to just focus on, for the plank to pikes, instead of focusing on just like getting those hips up, think about like if those hips could come just straight up to the ceiling, try not to focus on pushing them back. I want you to get those hips up. So looking at the toes when you do that, hips come up. If you're just kind of doing this, then those hips are most likely going to be sitting back. We want them to come straight up. So if you need to roll on the tips of the toes, that's what I kind of do. Instead of placing my foot more downwards, I try to come to the tips more, so that way I get that range for taking my hips up. All right, so we go into those hip dips next, taking the forearms to the ground. We tuck the toes, we modify on those knees. We go in 3, 2, and 1. So 10, 7, for 5, 4, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, walk the palms back, step it up one last time. And we have one more movement. One more. So it's plank to pikes. Remember what I just said? We try and do it. Try and roll from the tips of the toes, keeping those heels lifted. So just keep the heels lifted. And you'll be able to feel it, your abs engage more too, instead of if the hips are coming back, it kind of just takes it out. It's not that it's easy, it's just, it's not the main focus on what we want to work on. We want to work on those abs so those hips come up. And then if they just go back, then we don't feel it where we're supposed to be feeling it. So taking it back down, we go into the plank to pikes, we go for 15. So remember, roll on the tips of the toes, stack the shoulders, we tuck the toes, going in 3, 2, and 1. So 15, 14, 12, 10, 9, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the knees, walk the palms back. And guess what? You are done. Surprise. All right. Great job, everybody. Great job with upper body today. So tomorrow we have full body. Thursday we have lower body. Friday you have yoga. Like always, like it's new news to you guys. Anyways, so just a reminder. Tomorrow is full body. So just remember to bring a towel, water, and just something for your knees in case we need it. I will create the routine tonight. So just grab something just in case we are. But other than that, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day and go get some yummy lunch, whatever it may be, because you deserve it. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.